Hello friends, as a part of our quantitative aptitude lectures, now I am explaining partnership. Partnership means partnership business. In order to have perfect understanding over this concept, the essential prerequisite is you must study two more concepts. The first one is ratio and proportion, and the second one is profit and loss. If you do not study those two concepts, first to study those two concepts and come to partnership, then your understanding will be perfect and thorough. As you know, a business may be owned and run by one person or two or more persons. If a business is run by only one person, then it is called sole proprietary business. The businessman is called sole proprietor. The sole proprietor brings all the necessary capital and enjoys all the profit. Here, whenever I use the term profit, it includes losses. As you know, in business, sometimes profits may come, sometimes losses may occur. So, whenever I use the word profit, it includes losses. Every time I don't use the word losses. So, you please understand that. If a business is run by two or more people, that is called partnership business. In case of partnership business, the partners before starting the business, they enter an agreement. That agreement is called partnership agreement. In India, partnership businesses are regulated by the Indian Partnership Act 1932. So, whenever partners enter a partnership agreement, the partnership agreement must be subject to the rules and regulations prescribed by the Partnership Act 1932. And one more thing I have to tell you, entering into partnership agreement is not compulsory. Without any partnership agreement, some partners start their business, then also it is regulated by the Partnership Act 1932. If they enter agreement, that agreement should be subject to the Partnership Act 1932. If they do not enter agreement also, then they should follow the rules and regulations prescribed by the Partnership Act 1932. Now, partners can be classified into two groups. The first one is active partner, second one is sleeping partners. Active partner not only bringing the capital into business and he participates in day-to-day management of the business. Sleeping partner just brings the capital, but he does not participate into day-to-day management of the business. These points first you have to understand before understanding other concepts. The crucial aspect in this partnership concept is sharing of profits. Sharing of profit, as I told you earlier, sharing of profits means it includes sharing of losses also. Now, with reference to an example, let us consider there are three partners in a business A, B, and C. A, B, and C. A brought 50,000, B brought 30,000 as his capital, and C brought 20,000 as his capital. Here, earlier I told you one point. They may enter a partnership agreement or they may not. It is not compulsory to enter a partnership agreement. If they enter a partnership agreement, in that partnership agreement, they should specify in which ratio they are sharing the profits or losses of the business. Suppose partnership agreement specify that they share the profits in equal ratio, that is 1:1:1. Then whatever, suppose 30,000 rupees profits come and all that, they have to share 10,000 rupees each. Just understand this point. If there is any partnership agreement, it specifies the ratio of sharing profits, then regardless of the capital they brought, they have to share the profits in that ratio. Suppose if no such agreement is there, it is regulated by the Partnership Act 1932. Then what Partnership Act is telling, in case of no partnership agreement is written, or otherwise partnership agreement is written also, if it is silent on the point of sharing of the profits, then in such case they have to share the profits. If no partnership agreement is there or partnership agreement is silent regarding sharing of profits, then partners should share the profits in the ratio of their capitals. Now let us see their capital ratio. Then 5 is to 3 is to 2. Now 10,000 goes in everything. 5 is to 3 is to 2. Total 10 shares. So if entire profit is divided into 10 shares, then A take 5 shares and B take 3 shares and C takes 2 shares. That is the meaning of this. Then at the end of the year, they got 50,000 rupees profit. 50,000 rupees profit. Now let us divide it among the partners. A share of profit 50,000 into 5 by 10. 5 by 10. Next, B's share of profit 50,000 into 3 by 10. And C's share of profit 50,000 into 2 by 10. Always you have to calculate like this. Then this is 10 goes, then this is 25,000. And next 10 goes, 5,000 into 3, 15,000. And 10 goes, 5,000 into 2, 10,000. So you cross check the total. Then this is 25 plus 15, 40 plus 10, 50,000. So total profits are 50,000. Then this is the ratio. So in this ratio, they have to share the profits. In the previous example, we considered that all partners kept their capital throughout the year. Then the calculation of sharing profits is very simple. But in real-time environment, especially in your quantitative aptitude questions, the questions are not like that. Those are not so simple. Actually, we have to face challenge when the partners retain their capital part of the year. Then we have to calculate weighted average ratios. That point I will explain. Here the issue is different durations of capital. What you can understand, in the previous example, partners retained capital in the partnership business for a uniform period, that is entire year. Now let us consider different cases where partners retain their capitals in the business part of the year. Now the first one is, with reference to an example we consider, now there is a existing partnership business, and in that A and B are two partners and their capitals are 50,000 each. With reference to this, we consider all the cases, then job will be very easy. Now first case, partners bring additional capitals during the year. Now, in the present, with reference to this case, I am telling you, after 6 months, after 4 months, A brought 10,000 additional capital, and after 6 months, B brought 10,000 rupees additional capital. This is the case. This is the first case. Now, originally, A's investment, A's capital is 50k and B's capital is 50k. After 4 months, A brought an additional capital of 10k, and after 6 months, B brought additional capital of 10k. So, that is the case 1. Case 2, withdrawing capital. First one is, let us call it as bringing additional capital. Second one is withdrawing capitals, withdrawing part of their capitals. Now, with reference to the same example, after 4 months, A has withdrawn 10,000 rupees, and after 6 months, B has withdrawn 10,000 rupees. This is the second case. This is the second case, how profits are distributed in this case. Third case, introducing new partners. Introducing new partners with a capital. Now, with reference to the same example, A is the capital is 50k and B's capital is 50k, and after 6 months, C was introduced into the business as a new partner with a 50k. Then, how profits are to be distributed? Now, this is the third case. Fourth case, now let us take this one. Now, who are the partners? A, B and C with the capitals 50,000 each, 50k, 50k, 50k. Now, let us consider fourth case. Now, in the beginning of the year, the position is like this. After 6 months, C is retired with his capital. Then, after 6 months, what is the position? A with 50k and B with 50k, and C withdraws from the business with his capital. So, that is the case. In this way, capital is not, capitals of the partners are not retained whole year. So, we have to consider all these cases. And the fifth one is combination of these things. Combination of these things means some partners may introduce capital, additional capital, and some partners may may withdraw part of their capital, and new partners may be introduced with the capital, and existing partners may retire from the business. All these combinations are there. In our problems, all these combinations will come. First, you understand the concept. Thereafter, you focus on the problem. Without understanding concepts, if you go for solving problems and all that, lot of confusion is retained. You never own the concept, you never achieve command over the concept. That you understand. In this case, we have to, earlier, in the previous example, we distributed the profits among the partners in the ratio of capitals. Here, we have to find out the weighted capital ratios. That concept you have to understand. That I will explain. Now, I will introduce weighted capital ratio. Simply, weighted capital ratio is equal to the capital into duration. Duration means how long the capital was retained. If you multiply, you can find out weighted capital ratio. This you can understand through an example only. Now, this is A and B are two partners in the business with 50K and 50K. In the beginning of the year, they have capitals of 50,000 each. Okay. After 4 months, A brought an additional capital of 10K. After 6 months, B brought an additional capital of 10K. Now what we are considering additional capital. A brought an additional capital of 10K. After 4 months, B brought an additional capital of 10K. Now, originally, if they are not bringing any additional capital and whole the year the capital is retained, it is very simple. In the 1:1 ratio, we distribute the profits. Now the position is changed. They brought the additional capital. Now, how to calculate profits? Now, let us assume that profits are the net profits in that year 13,400 rupees. Now, how to calculate weighted capital ratio? Now, let us consider A's case. A's case, A first 50,000 rupees, 50,000 rupees is retained for how long? 4 months. So, multiply capital into duration. It comes 2 lakh rupees. 2 lakh rupees. Now, after that, what happened? 10,000 rupees additional capital is brought. 10,000, how long it was retained in the business in the whole year? 8 months. 10,000, not 10,000, 10,000 plus 50,000, 60,000 was retained in the business for 8 months. Then it comes 4,80,000. Then find the sum, 6,80,000. This is for A. Now, let us come for B. B, now, how long? 50,000 rupees was retained for 6 months. 6 months, then that is 3 lakh rupees, and another 10,000 rupees he brought, then 60,000, it becomes 60,000. How long he retained 60,000? 6 months, 3,60,000. Then it is sum is 6,60,000 is the sum. Now 6,80,000, 6,80,000, 6,60,000. So the ratio is 68:66 ratio. We have to share the profits. Now what is the total? 134. Now how much profits are generated during the year? 13,400 rupees is the profit. Now what is the share of A and what is the share of B? We have to see. Now A's share 13,468 into by 134, then 6,800 is the profit of A. And now see, let us come to B. 13,400 into 66 by 134, then it comes, in this weighted capital ratio, we have distributed the net profits between A and B. This you have to understand, how long the capital is retained, how much amount and how long. How much amount, how long? 50,000, 4 months, 2 lakh. 60,000, 8 months, 4,80,000. Then find the sum. Thereafter, as far as B is concerned, 50,000, 6 months, 3 lakh. 60,000, 6 months, 3,60,000. Find the total. 6,80,000, 6,60,000. Find the ratio. 68:66. Total 134. So, A's ratio of profit, weighted ratio of profit 68 by 134, and B's weighted ratio 66 by 134. In that ratio, in weighted capital ratio, we are distributing the profits. In order to enable you to crystallize your knowledge on these weighted capital ratios, I am going to give you one more example. Now, here A and B are two partners. Their initial investment is 50K and 50K. Okay. Now, after 4 months, here capital is withdrawn and A has withdrawn 10K. Then after that 40K retained. And after 6 months, B has withdrawn 10K. Then he retained 40K. Now, at the end of the year, they got a profit of 21,200 is the profit, net profit. Now, how this profit is distributed between the partners we have to calculate. For this purpose, weighted capital ratio we have to find out. Now, how can you calculate A and B's weighted capital? Now, 50,000 rupees. 50,000 rupees. How long it was retained? For 4 months. 4 months. Then it comes 2 lakh rupees. Thereafter, 10,000 rupees he has withdrawn. Then how much capital was retained for remaining 8 months? Remaining 8 months, 3 lakh 20,000 was retained. Then what is the total? 5 lakhs 20,000 is the sum. Thereafter, in similar manner, we calculated, and 50,000 was retained for 6 months. Then it comes 3 lakh rupees, and thereafter 10,000 was withdrawn by B. Then 40,000. 40,000 was retained for 6 months. This is 2 lakh 40,000. 2 lakh, that then 5 lakhs 40,000. 5 lakh 40,000. Then you see what is the ratio? 52. Weighted capital ratio is 52:54. Total 106. Okay. Now, what is the total profit? 21,200. So, A share of profit, how can you calculate? 21,200 into 52 by 106. 52 by 106. B's share of profit 21,200 into 54 by 106. Then you calculate this 200. This is a 50. Now 106. Then 104,000. Now 200, 108,000, and if you see total 212,000. Then you see the profits are distributed in the weighted capital ratios, and then A's share of profit 10,400, B's share of profit is 10,800. In this way we have to calculate, and I will explain a few more examples. And one thing, if you understand concept, then calculation is not a big thing. But don't simply go by formula. There is no scope. First you have to understand the concept. Thereafter you have to apply your brain. Then only you can perform all these calculations. You must remember this fact. In order to crystallize our knowledge on this concept, let us work out. Let us consider some examples. Now we see example 2. There are 3 partners in the partnership business, A, B and C. And A's capital 20,000, B's capital 30,000, C's capital 40,000. Now, after 8 months, B retired from the business. After 6 months, C retired from the business. At the end of the year, they got 40,000 rupees, 45,000 rupees profit. How it is shared among the partners? That is the question. Then we have to calculate. Now the capitals are retained throughout the year, 12 months. Then simply we can take 2:3:4, 2:3:4, and we can share 45,000 rupees, the profits, among the three in the ratio of 2:3:4. But here the duration of retention of capital is not uniform. A's capital throughout the year 12 months, B's capital only 8 months, C's capital 6 months. Then what we have to do? We have to calculate weighted capital ratios. Weighted capital ratio, simply multiplication. Amount of capital and the retention period, that is 2,40,000, and B 30,000 into 8, 2,40,000, and C 40,000 into 6, 2,40,000. So all are equal. So we have to distribute the profits in equal ratio, 1:1:1. Then 45,000 rupees. A's share of profit, 45,000 into 1/3. This is 3, totally 3. Then 15,000. B also the same, 15,000. C also in the same manner, we have to calculate 50,000. Then total 45,000. In this manner, we have to calculate weighted capital ratio, the amount of capital, and the duration. We have to multiply the product, we have to take and find out the ratios, and we have to distribute profits in the weighted capital ratio. Now, example number 3. In this partnership business, A, B, C are 3 partners. Originally, their capital, A's capital 50,000 rupees, B's capital 40,000, and C's capital 30,000 rupees. Now, subsequently, what happened? After 4 months, A has withdrawn 10,000 rupees from his capital. B brought an additional capital of 10,000, and after 10 months, C entirely retired from the business, retained the business with the capital. At the end of the year, they got the business earned a profit of 69,000 rupees. How we can distribute the profits among the partners A, B, and C? Then we have to calculate weighted capital ratios, and according to that we have to share. How to calculate weighted capital ratios? Now we see. Now A's capital 50,000 rupees. How long it was retained? 50,000. How long? 4. That is 2 lakh rupees. 50,000 and 4. Thereafter 10,000 he has withdrawn. How many capital is left over? That is 40,000. That is 3,20,000. Then find the sum. Find the sum. That is 5,20,000 for A. Next, for B. B for 4 months 40,000. For 40,000 into 4, 1,60,000, and thereafter 10,000 he brought additional capital. So then it becomes 50,000. How long? 8. Then it is 4 lakhs. Total 5,60,000. 60,000. And as far as C is concerned, 30,000 rupees for 10 months. It was retained in the business. Thereafter, he left the business. He retired from the business. Then 30,000 into 10 comes 3 lakhs. Now, this is the ratio. Now, 52 is to 56 is to 30 is the ratio. And now, if you simplify, 26, 28, 2 goes, then this is the ratio, and total comes 26 into 26 plus 28, 54 plus 15, this is equal to 69. Now what are the profits of the year? 69,000. So A's share of profits 69,000 into 52 by 69. Now B's profits 69,000 into, sorry, here we can take 26, here 28 by 69, and C's share of profits 69,000 into 15 by 69. Then calculate 69 goes, A's profit for the year 26,000, B's profit for the year 28,000, and C's profit for the year 15,000. Then total comes 69,000 rupees. This is the way we have to calculate weighted capital ratio, and in the weighted capital ratios we have to share the profits among the partners.